turtle. I think I missed him. My bad. Man, there was a huge turtle in here. See if there's any crawdads. Hang on. There, we got one. Let's take him back and get him out. Whoa, he's a big one. Morning, everybody. Chad, Doss Farms. Trying to bite me with his tail. Look at that guy. You take me to your leader. Cicadas, man. They're out in full force. You guys hear it? It seems like it's really late this year. Like I thought we always heard them way sooner, but I guess not. I don't know. All right, let's let this guy go. Yeah, we just trap for fun. I'm not trying to eat him. And when I say he's huge compared to what we find around here, okay? I realize there's bigger ones. I'm sorry for missing that turtle, man. I was driving and trying not to get stuck, and he just swam into the abyss over there. But that was pretty cool. Looked like a big soft shell. Houston Arms would be proud. It was pretty good size. I'll put it that way. All right, let's get it. Just got to stay out of that hole. That's about 2 feet. It's not like it would bog the Can-Am down. Like I've got a winch, but I'm not trying to get stuck, if that makes sense. Get it, Can-Am. Still no window. But I mean, honestly, what's the point? Truthfully, I don't know that I want a windshield. I mean, I want one for the winter. And there'll probably be a day where we come out and I'm like, man, it's so hot. I wish we had a windshield. But it ain't today. Today feels pretty good. Here's the cow pigs. Pork, lady, chops, Izzy. They're pretty good. Look at the spots coming in on this one. It's kind of cute. After doing some simple research, I've kind of figured out that these pigs can have these cattle cubes in high moderation, if you will. Like you've really got to watch them. But it's basically the same thing in a different bag. One bag's got a picture of a pig on it, so people buy it for pigs. The other bag's got a picture of cows on it, so people buy it for cows. But in reality, one's a 13%, one's a 20%. So if you just cut back the diet on the ones that need the 13%, the piggos, you can give them the same thing. It's funny, the cattle feed is actually cheaper than the pig feed, but the pigs, they seem to have a better time eating these big cubes off the ground than the little grainy stuff. It's kind of funny how that works, but yep, so far so good. Nobody's died. Everyone ate. That's how you do it. Now when it comes time to finish out pork and chop, we'll get an actual designated pig finisher, if you will. And we'll make sure they're getting everything they need. So, Wiener! What you doing, bub? I just realized Ray's on the front porch during her Bible study. Which, if you didn't know, Ray's got a Bible study. I'll link it down below. But yeah, I just yelled wiener in the middle of her Bible study. So, probably have to edit that out. You're welcome, babe. Little pine tree's doing swell. It's not growing as much as I thought it would. Like, it's definitely not a fast grower, but this is just an eastern white pine. And to be fair, last year we had one of those mulch mats around it, and I think it kind of is the word stifled a little bit, kind of hindered it. I don't recommend those. I don't know, not for this type of tree anyway. It's all good. Took care of that stump, took care of that stump. Just need to take care of that one. That one I'll probably just cut down. Pardon the cardboard box, I'm gonna be honest. It just got away from us. We've had some wind, we had a ton of rain yesterday. I say a ton, we got 1.5 inches in about 30 minutes. Moo cow. Moo cows. Hello. What's up, buddy? Doing okay? Looking. Hey, Fiona. We're not looking slimmer, but I see more bag. Now we're kind of poking out the front. The 16th is the day for Miss Fiona there. Man, the grass is really thickened up out here. This is awesome. I'm actually going to see if I can beat them to this gate over here. Hang on a minute. Hold up. So I want to come in here. There we go. Now I can drive in. I'll show you why I'm doing that here in a second. Will that stay open? I don't think this stays open this way. We gotta go the other way. Now we're cooking with peanut oil. So in case you didn't know, we hired a dozer to take out about, I don't know, man, 4.5 acres of trees. He probably left a 1/2 acre. And it looks amazing. And I've actually been watching, I've watched the video twice. Al and Gina hired Joel Saladin to come up and look at their 150-year-old farm that they just bought. And if you don't know who Joel is, don't ever send anybody negative comments about farming. Because if you don't know who Joel is, I'll be honest, you're not paying attention. And you're probably doing it wrong. You're probably actually doing things wrong if you don't know who Joel is. You're actually probably doing things wrong if you don't know who Al is. But that's okay. June agrees. You're doing it wrong if you don't know who they are. But no, Joel came out and looked at Al's place and looked at all the heavy wooded areas that he's got and talked about how you can only handle so many stems per acre. Does that make sense? Like whether it's a stem for like milkweed or, you know, a 40-foot oak tree, it doesn't matter. Your pasture can only handle, whether it's a silvopasture or whatever, your pasture can only handle so many. Bunny just humped taters. That's a new mix. Your pasture can only handle so many stems per acre. And you know, we've caught a lot of flack about knocking down these trees, but you guys don't understand. Like Joel said, you really need to go watch the video and listen, especially about the 18-minute mark. Now he does talk about having a sawmill, so I'm gonna look into it for you guys. But when you're talking about like truly clearing pasture, what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? Like, I've got to make more grass, so I don't have time to sawmill these trees as I knock them down. But I could absolutely save them for later and build pasture with them. So I'm gonna look into it, okay? But get past that part and focus on what Joel talked about with cows and pigs and really making use of heavily wooded areas. So it actually excites me for raised pasture, which we call the pig pen. And you never know, we might actually make this raised pasture. It's gonna be luscious, it's gonna have a pond. We might get some alpacas and put them in there. Not alpacas, llamas. I don't wanna do alpacas again. I'd like to have a llama named Bill. A gelded llama named Bill that just goes in there and hangs out. That sounds like fun. Just something we don't have to take care of too much. Something to just run around and drink water, not eat much, won't eat much. I don't know, we'll see. But that was kind of Ray's dream for her pasture. was for it to be slicked up and have grass everywhere with a pond. But her pasture doesn't look like this. Her pasture looks rocky and nasty. So watching Al and Joel walk around today, it really kind of inspired me to possibly swap those pastures. Anyway, it'll make more sense if you go watch the video, but man, you're gonna learn something when you watch that video. So I'm gonna link it in the top comment, and you should really go watch that and take note. Whew. All right, let's shut this gate. And by the way, I know I need to pick that up, but look, hang on, is it still? Yeah, she's stuck. It's all the way over there. Just cut both sides of it. I know, I'm aware. All right, hang on a minute. Tipsy's hungry. There you go, boys and girls. Go get it. Go on, vámonos. Man, somebody told me to look up the word vámonos because I wasn't using it or saying it right. Every understanding I can find of the word means let's go. So I'm not really sure what you were talking about, but yep, let's go. Vámonos. Vámonos, muchachos. They're still eating pretty good, guys. We've got runny doo-doo. It's greenish. They get a bag of cubes every other day. The only time we have a problem is last night we heard Miss Fiona just going nuts. But it's because somebody closed this gate. One of the cows bumped it. And yep, they was not happy. We thought that maybe somebody was in labor, but that wasn't the case. They were just out here hollering. Look, the donkeys figured it out. They were way up top. They snuck in the back. Glory, honey, the food's that way. The food is that way. You got to come out here. Come here. You're a dangerous one to walk next to in a corral. We're saving this because we might use it. It's been there for 1.5 years. They've never got hurt on it. Don't ask. Guys, there's cubes all over the ground. What y'all waiting on? Come here, Miss Allie. Woo! Look out, donkeys. Here they come. We got to get out of the way. Here they come. Look out. Phineas. Nom nom. She's definitely still pregnant. We see a baby kick. See a baby kick, Miss Fiona? What's the baby doing in there? You got 2 in there by chance? Tipsy. Tipsy's looking good. She's the only one we want to watch. We want to make sure that she looks healthy. Now she's going to look slimmer because she's got a calf on her hip. They're foraging. There's no hay, so she's walking off a lot of calories. But like I said, they get cubes every day. Ain't nobody in here starving. You guys are just used to seeing them in the winter when they've got hay and cubes. And they're looking like 2-ton Tinas. But gosh, look how pretty she is. Love it. Love it, love it. Taters, looking like he's on the juice. My goodness. Those Charlet are jacked, man. Look at the muscles in that guy. Goodness. Yep, you'll really see him blow up when we get him ready for processing here after the first of the year. But what I'm excited about is the grass should pop. And keep in mind, this isn't just what you see right here. Even though we've got the 5 acres locked off right now, they've got 28 acres for 11 full-grown head. Seriously, 1, 2. Let's count her as a full-grown. Count all the yearlings, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So not counting Blue and Sky, which were born in the last 3 or 4 months. Actually, Blue's almost 6 months old now, but he's right here. 11 head on 28 acres. Don't tell me these Longhorns and Highlands can't find something to eat. I know we've got a Charlet, but he looks like he's starving the least. And then Phineas here. Golly, dude. Looking good. Absolutely beautiful. This is where we fed all summer last year. We didn't even have the 20 acres yet. Bag's looking bigger. I'm getting excited. They're so quiet when they're eating. Oh, look. Found a stick. The little nubs. Oh my gosh. No, that's not an umbilical hernia. It's called a navel flap underneath her belly down there. What are you doing, little one? Look at the nubs. Really hoping she kind of brindles out a little bit. Now, I did learn something about blue-eyed cattle and the market right now and some of the indicators. So a lot of people are wanting these black steers right now, or black cows, and then they want black around their eyes, because a fair-eyed cow or a fair-eyed steer or bull, they tend to actually have more issues with pink eye and flies. Did you know that? So blue eyes, more sensitive, more prone to infection. And we just happened to have a bull that was actually throwing blue-eyed cows. Now, her eyes could absolutely change. So could Blue's. Now, Blue is a steer, so he'll be on the menu here in about 18 to 20 months. But we did keep a blue-eyed cow, or heifer at this point. So we'll have to keep an eye on her. See what I did there? We'll have to keep an eye on her because they're more susceptible, because the market is actually wanting the black eye. It's just how it is. It's the way the animals respond. It's just like anybody. When Ray walks outside, she's really sensitive to light. Well, that eye color and things like that, that's what does that. So anyway, and Ray's got brown eyes, but I'm just trying to make a point. We got to watch that. Everybody's looking good. Looking good, looking good. Just keep in mind as you look around, these are longhorns, not Angus that we're about to eat. They're not supposed to be big and round and rotund, okay? They look really good. Even Miss Tipsy here, all we want to do is make sure that her bag is still full. If she was getting pulled down, that bag wouldn't be very full, and that would be something we'd want to watch, because that means she's not getting enough nourishment to make milk, which means the baby's not eating either. It's a pretty happy, healthy little calf right there. So cool. I love it. Love it, I love it. I still can't get over this, man. It's amazing. Here's where where the windshield got ripped off. It was right here. It's that branch in particular. I've driven under that a dozen, 100 times. And it just popped right off. Look, I'll drive right through the same path I always have. It's pretty wild. This is wild. Hang on a second. I told you guys I'd show you this yesterday and then I forgot. But our plan is to plant some Leland cypress and Thuja green giants along this outer edge. And what I was trying to figure out is, do we plant them inside this fence row or inside this tree line or outside? And here's why it makes a difference. If we plant some Thujas and some Lelands for privacy inside this fence, inside this tree line, I should say, and then we need to take down one of these trees, we run the risk of hurting our privacy screen, if that makes sense. Like, let's say we plant a real pretty row, just perfectly straight right up and down here. And then this tree falls and takes out two of those trees. That could be 5 years from now, 10 years from now, whatever that looks like. But if we plant them out here, which is only about 30, 40 feet, if we plant them out here in what we call the runway, they're gonna get a ton of sunshine And if you know anything about those trees, the thujas and all that, they need sunshine and they need lots of it to really thrive. But this is all very well draining. This is a pretty significant slope. So they need to go out here. There's a pretty bush. I'll make somebody a smoking deal on that. For sale, not on sale. I know what I got. Don't lowball me. I think if we plant them out here, and then they can just flourish, man. I mean, literally, we just let them do whatever in the world they want to do. So we'll have a little bit of a runway out here where things can just do what things want to do. I do want to check. We really need a gate, a secondary gate up here. When you guys are building your pastures, you can't have enough gates. Gates, gates, and more gates, okay? There used to be a, I think, what was that guy's name? Was it JR's Western? Yeah, it used to be a commercial where a guy would go, he just sounded like he was having a BM. But here locally, they'd advertise this Western store, and at the end, the guy'd go, "What do you got?" And he'd go, "Boots, boots, and more boots." Anybody remember that? It was a perfect impersonation. Anyway, so it looks like this is the pole post. But I know down there is a pole post as well. Is there no, there's no line through here. No line post. Well, I can cut this back and make this a gate. I could do it just for hopping through real quick. Because there's been several times where Ray and I needed to get through here and we couldn't. And if we go down there, all the cows follow us. And we don't want that. I could put a line post in right here and tie the, yeah, that's what I'll do. I could actually drive a, yeah, I could. We took out a line post down there when we had the 5 acres dozed. I could sink that sucker right here, tie the barbed wire to it. That's what we're gonna do. That's happening. Then we'll have a gate out here. I even thought about, because we have an extra roll, pulling field fence along this right here, because then you could run pigs in here. So we've got field fence all the way around. We're gonna put a 4-board up front, but it wouldn't be that difficult to run field fence on that side of the 4-board. The reason we did barbed wire right here is because I thought we would only ever have cows in it. I'm not so sure, things change, but that barbed wire, this stretch right here, was 1 roll of barbed wire, because it's about 400 feet, and barbed wire comes in a 1,320 foot roll for about $100. I think I actually paid 90 because I was buying them in bulk. So for 90 bucks, I could take that barbed wire down, run field fence through there. The field fence will actually cost way more than the barbed wire. And then I could put pigs in here. Yeah, actually I could just leave the barbed wire up. Why would I take it down? I'll leave the barbed wire up. I could just put a hot wire in here. See what you guys do. So many options, man. I just learned from you guys and I'm like, or how about, yeah, that's awesome. Anyway, you ready for this view? My goodness, folks. I love it. Hey, we got a little cedar tree. I hope that does a little bit better. I might even take down this oak to make room for that cedar. I don't know though. We want some oaks. We want some mighty, mighty oaks, okay? I really do. And I'm hoping they really flourish. Some of you guys have messaged us and said, man, if you give them a chance, they might take off next year now that they don't have so much competition. Our main concern is actually that the root systems are not big enough to support these trees in the high winds. So I'm hoping that we're kind of through the high wind season and that these trees, I know that they don't grow roots like 3 or 4 feet a year like some of these trees grow, but it would be awesome if some of these trees could really establish their roots now and be around for years and years and years. Because I do like oak trees. I think they're gorgeous, especially when they're out in the middle of a field, and if they fall or break or whatever, they don't hurt anything. That's my kind of oak tree. The ones that are along the fence lines are the ones you got to watch. Look at this view though, man. How cool is this? Yeah, like what if you couldn't see through there because there were so many pine trees and thujas? It wouldn't bother me any. I tell you one thing, it's not so much the privacy of people seeing in, it's that it's really noisy now. That's what we lost, was the buffer of the noise. And that's where your deciduous evergreen trees come from, or come in. They'll buffer a lot of that. Looks like I need to come back in here and turn this over quite a bit. I'm just worried, it's still pretty stinking soft. it might actually be best to let that just do whatever it's going to do, and then come in and push it all in again and start it on fire another time. Whoa, there's one of those 2-foot tall woodpeckers. Where's it going? I missed it, guys. He wouldn't light somewhere, but he was in here. I think he's got a home. Yesterday, with 1.5 inches of rain, we had quite the little pond build up right here, but as you can see, it's getting through. Okay, it was already gone about 30 minutes after it hit, so it's definitely getting through. But I do agree that we need, you guys that know things about culverts, see that mess right there, how it's not mowed compared to that? I know it looks like the same, but it's not. That is where the creek, or this water buildup, used to hop the driveway. So I think we need a culvert right here for sure, maybe even two, like 2 12s right beside each other. I think that would be the way to go. We'll get it sorted. But it did its job. No regrets, no complaints. Well, the time has come to pick a spot for the willow tree, the weeping willow. We're trying to pick a spot where it's like away from the dam. I think the dam's going to be down here. I just told Ray the dam has to be the low side of the pasture. Like you can't, I mean, there won't be a dam up there. Like that is the high side. The water all runs this way. So he's going to build a dam right here. It'll probably be 12 feet high. I mean, the pond's going to be 12 feet deep. So it's going to be right back here. So I don't know. We may want the willow tree up there a little bit. There's actually a mess of rocks up there. You want to go see it? So you guys have taught us that the willow trees, their roots like to run. So we don't want them anywhere near the dam. Now they can be on the high side of the pond because it's not going to leak backwards, if you will. But we could absolutely put it like right here, actually, where he cleared this out.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I mean, I'm probably still going to put some Thuja giants behind it.
I know.
But like, what if we stuck it right there and just let it do whatever it wants in all its glory and
Yeah, actually, that's not a bad idea.
untouched? It can literally do anything it wants.
Because we can take out that tree right there. It's leaning anyway.
Yes.
Take out those two right there and then put it right here. Yeah.
And that was one thing I just mentioned. I'm glad you mentioned. We want to put it somewhere. Stand in the shade so you can see. We want to put it somewhere that if we take down other trees, they won't hit it. So like literally, I mean, I'm almost do it right here.
Yeah.
You think? You're talking about this one right here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's fine. Yay. I wish that one had come out as well. It's going to take out at least that one. Well, but I can make a front cut on that and cut it. I mean, I don't know. It's not hurting anything. It's just ugly. But it's going to take out a few of these when we do it. But again, even though these trees right here are really pretty, the problem is they grow right next to other trees. And that's what we ran into before we started dozing, was how crowded our trees were. There's no way to like undo that, if that makes sense. Like the root ball is going to be smaller when it's crowded, and the tree's never going to be as strong. See how close those are growing together? And that one, this one here. You know, June bug just hit me so hard I got a headache. Do you guys see them?
What are these flying around?
They're June bugs.
They're everywhere.
These are June bugs, finally. Or cicadas. Grab one.
Tons of them.
Yeah. I think it'd be cool right here.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah, like right out here in the open. And we'll still plant our, you know, cypress and, or Leland cypress and June bugs. We'll still plant our Thuja giants and our Lelands out front. I picture one of these days, a lot of these coming out of there. Like if I could, I would take out like, let's say there's 20 trees right here. I would take out 15 of them and just let them do what they do. It's a mess of hickory. These are all hickory in here. It says it's only 70% humidity, but I ain't buying that.
Only.
It's higher than that. And it's raining all around us. Like we just got notifications. It's like heavy rain in your area. It's like, it's not this area.
It's not that it's hot out here. It's so thick you can't breathe and you're like instantly wet with sweat as soon as you step out the door.
We couldn't be more, they're
Those jukeboxes are
huge.
huge, I know.
Goodness. I couldn't be more pleased with how everything looks though, man. We really are. We're very grateful. And I said it many times in my video yesterday. Don't confuse our, whoa, that was a lot of trees we took out, for being disappointed. Like I said, if we had found this, actually you weren't here when I said it. You saw it in the video, but if we had rolled up on this place November of 23, yeah, wow. If we'd have rolled up on this place November of 23 and it had a pond and all of this was cleared, we'd have been like we didn't make an offer until we didn't sign a contract, like a formal offer until Christmas Eve.
And then we were like, oh man, we thought about it. And then yes, Christmas, we made the offer and we were like, done deal on Christmas Eve.
A picture, it was just you and Adler and I. And there's a picture of him sitting on the front porch.
Okay.
Dad, do you want to go inside?
Yeah, we're waiting on a realtor.
What?
We're waiting on a realtor to show it to us. And then we picked up Carter a little bit after that, and Adler told him that we'd found our house.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, Christmas Eve, we signed the contract on this, like the formal, this is our offer. But if we'd pulled up and this was full of green, and this was a pond, and there was a 4-board fence running all the way up there, and that back acre and a half, we'd have been in that back hill behind the house. If you guys didn't know, the hill behind our house is about an acre and a half. The house sits on about an acre and a half. So we got about 3 acres that we don't have fenced in. And it's just, if it would have looked like this when we pulled up, I mean, honestly, I don't know if we could have afforded it.
Yeah.
And that's just the simple truth. I mean, when you make something prettier, the price goes up. But this place needed a lot of work. It was basically a barn dough on a hunting property. That's what we bought. And we're turning it into a farm. And I think we've done pretty good.
Yeah, we have.
So
It's incredible to look at how far it's come.
and we really appreciate your guys' help too. I sincerely mean it. You know what I mean? I get pictures of the privacy hedge.
Yeah.
I get pictures of like front porch, the flowers. The other day somebody sent me even a picture of a culvert, guys.
So many good ideas.
Great ideas.
Yeah.
And we really, really appreciate it always. So I'm just amazed. I tell you what I'm really grateful for. Case is inside with the little boys. And I'm just standing out here. I'm gonna stay out here until I get a text that says, Dad, I need help. I'm not going back in until he asks for help. Al and Gina hired Joel Salatin, and he came out to their place and talked about integrating basically trees into farmland.
Oh.
And it was a pretty interesting listening. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, yeah, I'll link that down below, Ray's channel down below. And Case, our oldest, he posted a video yesterday. So always always linked down below in the top comment. So, oh, Kinetic gave me a discount code. I was already getting a slight discount, but my discount code is better than the discount I was getting. So now I'm going to use my own code. So how about that? Yeah. And if you don't, they're not expensive. Okay. If you've ever been to 7 Brew, that's expensive. I like my Mocha Choca chillers or whatever they're called. But since I've lost all this weight though, I got to be like, I have to get like a small or a medium. Man, it just messes with me, dude. Way too much sugar.
Raspberry truffle matcha is my go-to.
Oh, that's, yeah, Mocha Choca.
So good.
Yep. But you got to watch them, man. They'll mess with you. Give you the Hershey squirts.
Not matcha, it's good for you.
Oh, yeah, matcha's great.
With lots of sugar.
Yeah.
I extra sweet it, so, you know.
All right. Well, it's Monday. We're out. God bless y'all. Thank you very much. See ya.